Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the Mad Hatter Media channel. My name is Clay, also known on here as the Mad Hatter. I wanted to give you guys some clear-cut opinions, first impressions, and what I think overall as a pretty dedicated Pixel user when it comes to the new Google Pixel 7. Okay, so you guys, first thing is first, I am not going to pull any punches in this video. I'm going to tell you guys what I do like about it, what I don't like about it, and do keep in mind, this is the fourth straight Pixel that I bought. So I've bought each Pixel from each generation, so starting at 4, 5, 6, and now 7. Now me as a Pixel enthusiast, I am let down. These cameras are not what they used to be. But the part of me who loves high horsepower hardware and clean Android OS, this is still a fantastic phone. So I want to make sure I don't not give it credit, because it is a utterly fantastic 120 Hz LTPO AMOLED Quad HD piece of fantastic Android hardware. It is, and it always will be. I feel like this is finally a true refined flagship, in the sense that the 6 Pro was kind of like a precursor to solidifying Pixel in the flagship territory zone. Now in my opinion, I think they are still killing it in the mid-range. They always have been killing it in the mid-range. Stepping into a flagship smartphone form factor is hard. Did they do it? Yeah, sure, why not? This phone is a great size. This panel is beautiful. The colors are fantastic. The pictures, still albeit not my taste of how I like smartphone photography to turn out anymore, are still pretty good. Objectively sharp. The camera system is capable. However, me personally, I prefer the look of the photos back when Google Pixels were still using the Sony IMX series image sensors. I feel like that, combined with Google's smart photo processing, produced the best smartphone photos ever for a long time, in my opinion. From the 2 to the 5. Out of all the phones I have, my Pixel 5 is still probably my favorite overall phone. Because for those of you who do not know, at the start of the Google Pixel 6 series, Pixel decided to strike a deal with Samsung and put the Samsung ISOCELL image sensor in their Google Pixels. That started with the 6s, and if my information is correct, I believe there's also Samsung camera sensors in the new 7 series for the 7 and 7 Pro. And that pretty much explains to me right there why I don't like the way that these pictures come out anymore. Samsung phones have always been capable, but I never really cared for the way that they do a sharpening and handle color and contrast when it comes to Samsung photography hardware and the ending photo product. It wasn't, some people like that look a lot. It's not my taste. So to just be perfectly blunt, the Google Pixel camera system is now dead to me, pretty much. After the 6s, they just look alright to me. Now I am super picky now. I would argue and say that the Google Pixel 5 is probably the phone that made me get into mobile / smartphone photography, and now I own probably too many cameras, and since then I've moved all the way up to full frame. So of course I am going to be viewing this as with a critical eye, so I will acknowledge that, but I will go down stating that these Google camera systems, the photos that they produce as far as the end product, they look like they're just taken by a Samsung to me now. I don't like it. I know some of you guys probably do. It's okay. That's fine. So that is my number one gripe of this phone and the Pixel series now in 2022 and the last year that they've been doing their Pixel thing, mainly with the new body redesign. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, let's real quick talk about this color and design. I liked the visor better on the 6s. So here's a 6, it just looks like a 1 bar design, and it's more uniform. So as far as aesthetics, I find it more aesthetically pleasing, but I'm not gonna say that this necessarily looks bad. So it's kind of whatever. They officially are not doing the two-tone color design anymore, and that's not even including the, they don't even do the two-tone power buttons anymore. I believe they stopped doing that, I think, on the 6 series now. But let's talk about this color. You guys know it's the hazel, and I bought this phone with my own money, guys, but I'm just gonna still go ahead and say it's ugly. In person, it's not a good looking color. Now through pictures and video and stuff, it actually looks cooler, in my opinion. I did make it a point to, before I bought this phone, I had held multiple Hazel Pixel 6 Pros, so I knew what it looked like in person, and I still bought it. And here I am complaining about paying $900 plus tax for a phone that I don't even like the color on. Listen, this is what I do for fun. I'm gonna buy the new one every year. Even though I think this color is kind of ugly, it's definitely still hands down the most baller. I mean, it's gold. Look at that. it looks awesome, even though I don't really care for the color scheme. It's still definitely a baller phone. I haven't had a phone with gold borders around the frame in I don't even know how long. So, you know, guys, like anything, a little bit of give and take. This phone is a fantastic performer though. I do have to say, I find the Face ID enjoyable. It works good. It's not the best on the market, obviously. It's not even second best, but it works just fine. On the 6 series, where you just had to use the terrible, and I mean flat out terrible fingerprint sensor, that was awful. Now, what it will do, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but it just read my face. So now it's unlocked, but it's not just gonna automatically just unlock. What you have to do is you just have to hit the button right there, and then it's not really reading it because it already read that you were you. So for example, if I cover that and then do that, well, it had to read the fingerprint because I didn't let it read my face. But it's going to catch your face first 95% of the time, and then it's just going to wait for you to unlock it. So bam, and that can't miss. So as far as real everyday, like as far as how easy it is using it on a day-to-day basis, it's great. Battery life on this guy also has been great. I did have just the 6 last year. I did not buy the 6 Pro, so I expected it to be a little bit better, but I think it is exactly on par with what the 6 Pro was or should have been, if not maybe a little bit better. And I am rocking a little bit of always on action. It's quite efficient in my opinion. But yeah, of course, even though in some ways this phone and the Pixel series for the 7s and even the 6s have let me down, I still am always gonna love the Pixels. I love what it stands for, the clean Android experience. In my opinion, there's still nothing else like it. So objectively, yeah, I still love this phone. It's still a great phone. It is worth the money. The last thing I want to mention, can we please stop making rounded like glass on these phones? I cannot believe companies are still doing this. And it seems like each year they regress the curve angle less and less, and the curve is less aggressive, but still it's there. It's like, just get rid of it, you know? Me personally, obviously I hate curved screens. You can't put tempered glass screen protectors on them. It's just problematic. And for me, obviously you guys know that I love phones. I always want a screen protector or something to go over and protect my phones, the phones that I carry with them in my pocket. You guys already know I pretty much have an iPhone in one pocket and an Android phone of choice in the other one. Whatever's going to be in my pocket, it's going to have a screen protection on it or some form of screen protection, but you can't really do that anymore. So real quick, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a little hybrid glass plastic screen protection solution from Zag, I believe it was. Now, I don't think it's super overpriced. It's definitely something to put over the phone screen, so you have that. But to me personally, it feels so cruddy compared to just having a piece of glass over it. I just took it off. You know, it is what it is. Now, there is other tempered glass solutions that they always come with these crazy applicator kits, and then you just, you know, it's this whole setup, and then you put the tempered glass screen protector on it. But here's the issue with that, and including these two. If you're really into smartphones, chances are you switch up your cases a lot. Me, I switch them up all the time. So what I was always experiencing is, okay, let's go ahead and put this guy in the case. So back when this was on, you could see how it kind of comes over, which is great for screen protection wise. You drop it, that corner is going to be protected, and the phone being protected is the most important part. Obviously, this is the UAG Scout, by the way, awesome case. But stuff like that, if you have a tempered glass screen protector that curves over even a little bit, it's gonna pop that guy straight off, no problem. So, and there you go. Put the screen protector on, it just popped off. If that don't run your day, nothing will. Same thing with this guy, it was just kind of pushing it up and over and kind of pushing it off, so I just said, screw it, I'll just take it off. Now, you also can get like less aggressive and more form-fitting cases. Like for example, this is the Spigen or Spigen Thin Fit. This is a fantastic series of cases for any phone that you have. Highly recommend. You can put it in there if you just want to go stealth mode. Can't even see that it's the Hazel phone. Pretty much just all black as far as what you can see. And it is less aggressive over in the corners, but even still then, on a almost hyper minimalist case, it still would rub and push up the corners on this guy. And like I said, if you had a tempered glass screen solution, it would pop that guy right off, and nobody wants that. So those are just some important details that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, even though this phone has a curved screen design, I still love it. It's still a fantastic phone. Battery life, great. Content consumption, great. It's a powerhouse, and I love it. But it does have quirks and things that I do not like anything else. So I just figured I would be transparent with you guys and share my likes and dislikes, and hope that maybe I can potentially guide you guys on what you may or may not like. You know, if this if something like this is not going to work for you guys, I don't want you guys to spend money on that. That's the whole point of this channel, is so you know what's good and what's not. And sometimes that can even just apply situationally. Okay guys, that was my early impressions / likes, dislikes of the Google Pixel 7 Pro. A fantastic phone, but definitely not without its quirks. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.